Let me tell you a story. In 1519, a man named Hernán Cortés landed on the shores of Mexico. Behind him, his ships. His only way home. And what did he do? He burned them. Not as a stunt, not for drama, but to send a message to every man with him. There's no going back. Now let me ask you something. What if the reason your life hasn't changed is because you still have ships sitting behind you? Escape routes. Excuses. Old identities you can return to when things get hard. Because here's the truth. You're not stuck because of your lack of effort. You are stuck because you have not burned your old identity. You know, most people think they fail because they don't try hard enough. And that's not it. You fail because your actions are perfectly aligned with who you believe you are. Now, let me prove that to you. You know, you don't have to look back in history all that far. I mean, we can go back to the Vietnam War. And there are soldiers who endured conditions most people today couldn't survive for a day. No sleep, constant danger, chaos, fear, and yet they performed. They adapted. They survived. Why? Because in that environment, they didn't see themselves as people trying to get through something. They saw themselves as soldiers. The point is, identity dictated behavior. Now, bring that back to you. You say, I'm trying to get in shape. I'm trying to be disciplined. I'm trying to build something. That word, trying, is killing you. Because it means you haven't decided who you are yet. You didn't wake up one day and choose your identity. It was installed. Piece by piece. Let's go back. In the early 1900s, Henry Ford didn't just build cars. He built systems, repetition, consistency, standardization, and something interesting happened. Workers didn't just do repetitive work, they became repetitive thinkers. Same motion, same mindset, same identity. Now, zoom in on your childhood. You were trained the same way. Praised when you behaved a certain way. Criticized when you didn't. Accepted when you fit a role. Rejected when you didn't. So, you adapted. You became the safe one, the fun one, the invisible one, the achiever, the one who doesn't finish. And here's the dangerous part. That identity kept you safe then, but it's suffocating you now. You know, there's a story about Napoleon Bonaparte. After dominating Europe, he was exiled, stripped of his power, and eventually he died, not as an emperor, but as a prisoner. So here's the twist. Before he had lost the war, he lost his identity. He stopped being decisive. He hesitated. He became someone different. And the world responded accordingly. Most people think circumstances create identity. It's the opposite. Identity creates outcomes. You say, I'm inconsistent. I always fall off. I'm not that type of person. You're not describing reality. You're scripting it. Because your brain has a job and it is simple. Prove you right. Even if right is ruining your life. Let's talk about Theodore Roosevelt. I don't know how many know this, but as a child, he was sickly, weak, asthmatic. By every metric, he should have lived a small life. But his father told him something that changed everything. You have the mind, but you do not have the body. You must build it. And Roosevelt made a decision. Not a goal, a decision. I will become strong. He didn't try to work on it. He became a man who trained. He fought. He pushed. And that identity carried him to war hero, president, one of the most respected figures in American history. It wasn't effort. It was identity. Now we get tactical. Because this is where people mess it up. They want a new life, but they're protecting their old identity. You can't do both. So here's how you rebuild. Step 1. Declare who you are. Not soft, not I hope, not I want. Declare it. Like Cortés burning ships. Like Roosevelt deciding on strength. I am a man who executes. I am disciplined. I finish what I start. You're not describing your past. You're defining your future. And you need to stack proof. That's step 2. You know, during World War II, small wins mattered, especially like if you look at the map of the Pacific, in that theater specifically. Small wins really did matter. A single hill, a single bridge, a single inch. Because momentum builds belief. Same with you. You don't need a massive transformation today. You need one completed task. One kept promise. One moment where you didn't quit. That's a vote. Stacking up votes and identity shifts. Step 3, remove the escape routes. Back to Cortés. The ships are gone. You don't try anymore. You don't see how it goes. You don't start Monday. You execute. Because the old version of you is no longer an option. Every day, 2 versions of you wake up. The one you've always been and the one you're trying to become. And they go to war. Not once, not occasionally. Every decision, every moment, every excuse, every action feeds one and starves the other. So let me ask you, who are you feeding today? You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your identity. So if your life isn't where you want it to be, stop adjusting the plan. Change the man. Burn the ships. Draw the line. Decide who you are. And then prove it. One action at a time. Because one day soon, you won't recognize your old life. Not because it changed, but because you did. If this hit you, don't just listen, Write down your new identity. Say it. Live it. And share this with someone who's still trying when it's time they start becoming.